class where we combine yoga postures with fitness moves. So the only prop you really need for this class would be a chair. So I've got a nice it's a metal folding chair. It's got some padding, some upholstery on it, but no arms and no wheels, please. We don't want people rolling into the other room. So, and in the event, you might have other props available, and these are strictly optional. Yoga blocks, maybe. And if you don't have yoga blocks, maybe a couple of water bottles, a couple of canned goods of equal size and weight would work just as well. And then, of course, our old friend, the yoga strap. And if you don't have one of this, is really easy to substitute with a scarf or a belt. Maybe a bathrobe tie would work just as well. Just to have that available should you choose to use that. The other optional items would be hand weights, and nothing heavier than 2 pounds. So they do make them in 1 pound versions. This is a 2 pound version, nothing heavier than 2 pounds. And that would only be if you feel like, oh, this is way too easy, I want to add some more challenge. So you just, be aware of that. And again, that's optional. The other thing I always like to say is that if whatever's being offered does not work for your body this morning for whatever reason, you have options. You could modify. You could do something else, or you could skip it. So I will try to advise you, give you tips on modifications, so forth. I'm having to modify. I'm nursing a shoulder injury. So if I say both arms up, I'm going to do this so that you would do both arms up. So just so we're clear. And you can see the teacher modifying. So that's going to be a good thing. So I'm going to take the chair off to one side. A lot of these moves can be done sitting in the chair if you have trouble standing for long periods. A lot of them can be done in the chair. We'll do some sitting, some standing, using the chair as a prop. So let's start with the feet nice and wide, shoulder width apart. And we're just going to start by swinging the arms like empty coat sleeves. So the idea with this is just gently warm the body. And once you get the arms and the legs organized, think about twisting and looking over the shoulder to the wall behind you. So you just gently, you could tap right there under the clavicle, the collarbone, with a soft fist or the heel of the hand. As you look over the shoulder, twisting. We're squeezing that spine like a wet washcloth. You're wringing it out. And let's breathe deeply for 8, 7, 6, shifting the weight side to side. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's corkscrew back to center now, taking your time to get there. And let's roll some shoulders forward, up, back, and down. It's like you're drawing an invisible circle in the air with those shoulders. Oh. And since we're all muted, sighing, moaning, groaning is certainly appropriate. If that feels right to let out sound, feel free. Very cathartic. Let's do a couple more in this direction. Nice and easy, no rushing to get there. Let's go the other direction with the shoulder rolls. Nice and easy. Let's do 8, 7, 6, standing tall. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's go ahead and bring the arms to stillness. And here again, we're going to shrug and drop. Shrug and drop. Stretch the fingers towards the earth as you drop for 8, 7, 6, 5, warming the shoulder girdle. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's bring that to stillness now. Maybe jiggle the arms if that feels good, releasing any tension. Let's drop the chin to the center of the chest. You could do this sitting in a chair, right ear to right shoulder, coming back to center, left ear to left shoulder. Oh. And just as we're rolling from side to side, it's just a half circle here. We're not going all the way around. And just notice range of motion on the left side. Range of motion on the right side. Is it the same? And here again, this isn't about self-judgment. It's just noticing what's happening in the body. It's like you're scraping something off of your chin onto your chest, maybe some peanut butter or strawberry jam, something yummy. Let's do 2 more sweeps across the chest, just like this. Big full breaths. And then let's come back to center. The chin floats parallel to the earth, and just turn the face to the right, head and neck only. Coming back to center, turn the face to the left. So we're just gently twisting the neck here from side to side. Again, noticing your range of motion. You could also do this sitting in a chair. Let's come back to center. Let's just drop right ear to right shoulder, and let's stretch those left fingers away. So you're getting a nice gentle stretch here on the side of the left side of the neck. And we're breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to center. Left ear drops to left shoulder. Stretch those right fingers away towards the earth. Fingers are spread wide. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back to center. Let's drop right ear to right shoulder one more time. And now we're going to make the letter U in the air with your nose. So basically you're going forward and then you're going back, making the letter U in the air with your nose. Nice and easy for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back just to right ear to right shoulder. Come back to center, left ear to left shoulder. Again, making the letter U in the air with your nose. So you're basically drawing that ear forward and drawing it back. Forward and back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back just now, left ear to left shoulder. And let's come back now to center. Let's take soft knees here. Both arms are going to flow up. Nice big inhale up. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, press the air down by the side of the body. Inhale up. Exhale, press. Big full breaths. Inhale up. Exhale, press. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale, press. Let's go ahead and draw those arms up towards the sky. And we're going to climb an imaginary rope now. I'm modifying. Both arms should go straight up to the sky if that's available. And think about grounding through the 4 corners of each foot. So you're really grounded into the earth as you stretch those fingertips to the sky for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Keep the arms upright, and then we're going to float them down directly in front of the body. So now you've got your feet that can point out maybe 20 degrees. Maybe they're about shoulder width apart. We're going to inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Let's do 8, 7. You could be near your chair for support here. 6, or a wall. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1 and little pulses. Knees track over toes here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay in this baby squat. Hands can come to thighs. Avoid the knee joint and it's not a death press with the hands. It's just a placement of the hands. Lift right heel, place it down. Left heel, place it down. 8, 7, 6, 5. Really spread the toes wide. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's go ahead and straighten those legs up, nice and easy. Nice big inhale, arms come out to the side. You might want to face the seat of your chair for this, just in case, or maybe some blocks in front. We're going to go halfway down with a flat back. Inhale, exhale, halfway down with a flat back, fingertips stretched to the side wall. Now imagine there's a strap around your hips, pulling you to the wall behind. Crown of head stretching forward. Little isometric tension here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands can float down all the way to the earth. Maybe, should you not be able to reach the earth, you could face the seat of your chair and use that for your support. Or you could use blocks for support. You decide what works for you. So from here, let's come into a full, wide-legged forward fold. And we're just going to shake the head yes to start. Shake the head no. Breathing. Perhaps some Mr. Ed lips here. You just get the facial muscles involved. Breathing, shaking the head yes and shaking the head no. Now, maybe the forearms want to come to the thighs for this, or maybe hands to blocks, or maybe hands to seat of chair. We're going to just glide over to the right hip, come back through center, glide over to the left hip. The idea is not to come up in the center. You're just going to glide from side to side. Imagine the bum has a little magnet on it, and there's a railroad track right between the two thighs. So you're just gliding from side to side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come over to the right now. Here, right forearm to right thigh, maybe. Left hand to a block or seat of chair. Left toes might want to come up off the earth here as you pulse into this right hip. Nice and easy for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Glide through center. Left forearm could go to left thigh now. Right toes might want to lift off, but the right heel stays grounded. And you're pulsing into this left hip now. Nice and gentle. Crown of head is still lined up with tailbone. Try not to let the head dangle. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to center, nice and easy. Arms come out to the side, inhale, and then come all the way back down now. Right hand goes outside of left ankle, and maybe that left arm comes up to the sky, but maybe it goes to the sacrum. It's a wide leg standing twist for 4, 3, 2, 1. Unwinding out of it, triple slow time. Left hand grabs the outside of the right ankle. Left hand grabs outside of right ankle. Right arm goes up to the sky. Breathing, looking over your shoulder here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come back to center now. Nice and easy. You've got maybe blocks in front of you. Maybe you want to walk your hands forward with the blocks until the arms are stretching forward, getting a deep stretch in the armpits. Imagine the hips are being pulled back and you're stretching forward with those arms for 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk the blocks back underneath the shoulders now. We can heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. You decide what works for you. And then just staying in this forward fold just ever so slightly. I'll do it in profile. The hands are going to drag up the shins of the legs. a series of flat back lifts. So inhale halfway up, belly is engaged, back is flat. You could serve tea, no spills. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back lift. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and 1. This time come halfway up. Hands can come to thighs, and you're going to stack the bones, stack the bones, stack the bones, gently coming up to a standing position. Let's roll the shoulders a couple of times. Feet are directly under the hips. One hand on heart, one hand on belly. And just noticing where the energy has moved in the body. Noticing how you feel after just a few moments here. Taking those deep, full breaths now. So let's focus on deep, full breaths, Durga breath. So inhale, belly expands, rib cage expands, collarbones lift, noticing the pause at the top. Exhaling, collarbones, rib cage, belly, noticing that pause at the bottom. Let's do a few more just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Squeezing out all the stale air. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. And just bringing the breath back to normal. Just remembering that breath, that Durga breath. You could also remember it like LSD breath, long, slow, and deep. So if there's any time during your day where you feel stressed, frustrated, whatever, big, long, slow, deep breaths will help. And then bringing the arms down, shaking it out. Very nice. Let's go ahead and start using the chair. I'm going to use it for just a little support for balance. I'm going to move the props away here. All right, so the feet are directly underneath the hips. The knees are going to bend softly. You're going to lift the right heel, press it down, lift the left heel, press it down. You're lifting from side to side. Here again, see how much you can spread the toes wide, nice and easy. You might want to keep it at this pace, or maybe you want to bicycle pedal those heels. You decide what works for you. You're standing tall as you're pumping blood into the ankle, the toes, the Achilles tendon for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the heels down. Let's take the feet slightly, just a little bit wider apart and start circling some hips now. Getting the hips involved. So now imagine you're on the inside of a barrel and you're trying to hit each spot on that barrel. And in your circling, if you find a spot that feels tender or painful or tight, you could pause there and breathe into it and then just keep moving. Maybe the torso wants to stay neutral, but maybe once you get into it, you want to just start adding a little bit more torso action. You decide. And then when you find the opportunity, you're going to go the other direction. So it's inhaling forward, exhaling, squeezing navel to spine as you circle back. Big full breath. Big swirly hips for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Corkscrew back to center now. Now I'm going to, near my chair, again, both knees go slightly soft. And now you're going to cross left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Left ankle over top of right thigh. See if you can stand nice and tall. That top left foot is flexed. This knee is splaying off to the side and you're standing tall. We're going to inhale, bend the standing leg. Exhale, straighten standing leg. Inhale and exhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1, little pulses, 8, 7, maybe an arm can come up, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We straighten standing leg, arm comes down, unwind that leg, and just dangle the lower leg here, like the pendulum on a clock, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it to stillness. Figure 8s here with that knee as best you can for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Float it down, float it down. Shake out the legs, shake out the legs. Notice right side of body, notice the left side of the body. Just noticing, just observing. Getting yourself near a prop for support if you need it. Maybe a chair, maybe the wall. Both sets of knees bend. And now it's the right ankle crossing over the top of the left thigh. Right ankle crosses over top of left thigh. Avoid the knee joint. Top right foot is flexed. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, maybe an arm. 6, maybe not. 5, 4, 3, 2, stay down on 1, little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Straighten standing leg. Arm comes down. Unwind that top leg. The lower leg swings like the pendulum on a clock for 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it to stillness. Figure 8s now with the knees. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh boy. Float it down, float it down. Shake out the legs. How was that side? Very nice. Let's go ahead and sit down in the chair. Probably more towards the front of the chair than the back of the chair. The feet are flat, hip distance apart, toes point forward. And we're just going to start circling the rib cage here. Just noticing how you can circle those ribs. And it's the same idea as with the hips. Imagine we're on the inside of a barrel and you're trying to get those ribs to touch each point on the barrel inside. So we're stimulating those internal organs that work 24/7. The lungs, the heart, the kidneys, the spleen, all of those hardworking organs. Let's go the other direction as best you can. It's as though those ribs are a hat box on a table and you're just circling those ribs. Nice and gentle for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's come back to stillness now. Again, maybe sitting more forward on the seat of the chair instead of collapsing. Hopefully not. Feet are flat and grounding into the earth. Nice big inhale, right arm comes up to the sky. We're going to tilt over to the left. So you're grounding like crazy through those feet. And the chest stays square to the front of your space or your screen. You're grounding through that right sits bones onto your chair for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's move the wrist and flick water, imaginary water, off of the fingertips. So you're getting some blood flow going into those little tiny extremities. Oh. Sitting tall, even though we're tilting over to the left. Let's bring all of that to stillness now. Let's inhale, top elbow bends. Exhale, press it off to the side for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's stay over. And this time the whole top arm works as a unit to circle. Little circles for 4, 3, 2, 1. Go the other direction for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it back to center and just let that arm float down as though it's in a big vat of honey, and it's just going to sink down slowly, not just let it collapse. Very nice. Let's shake it out. Same idea with the other arm. I'm going to modify because I'm injured. So inhale, left arm comes up. Exhale goes over to the right. Fingertips stretch to the right. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathing. Let's come back to center. Inhale and exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's stay over. And now we're going to move the wrist and flick imaginary water off the fingertips. You're going to circle the wrist in both directions. Don't forget. And then bringing that to stillness. This whole top right arm, left arm is 1 unit. And you're going to circle that as 1 unit. With 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arm comes back, sinks down in that vat of honey, triple slow time. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Very nice. Here's something to do for digestion and elimination. If you've had any kind of abdominal surgery or you're pregnant or any of that, don't do this one. But just so you know, this is for your information. Imagine there's a clock face right here on your abdomen, your torso. So here's 12. You're going to take your little, you can take a soft fist, maybe little tiny bird fingers with your hands, and you're going to go all the way from 12 to 3, and you're just going to be poking yourself here with your fingertips all the way around the clock. So basically what you're doing is you're stimulating the colon. So up the right side is ascending colon, transverse colon across, descending colon going down. So you're just basically giving some encouragement for waste material to move out. Let's do it a couple more times. And then bringing that back down to stillness. Shake out the hands. Now make soft fists with your hands. Again, be very mindful. If you have abdominal surgery, don't do this. So on this one, it's sitting forward with a flat back, and you're just going to come to a point where you can't go any farther. And again, you're stimulating the colon. So to make this a little bit more entertaining, let's do this. It's a little turtle kind of move. I usually say don't do the turtleneck, but on this one, you're going to keep your fists here. You're going to take the chin forward like you're sticking your head out of your turtle shell. Exhale, then tuck the chin and come on up. Exhale as you go over. Inhale, tuck the chin as you come up. Exhale as you come over. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you go over. Tuck the chin, bring it on up. Let's do it the reverse now. Exhale, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift the chin coming up. Exhale, tuck the chin. Inhale, lift it up. 2 more, just like this. Exhale. Coming on up. Last one. Exhale, tuck the chin. Bring it back up. Very nice. Let's go ahead and shake everything out, the hands, the feet, the legs. And let's come on up, mindfully standing, mindfully standing. We're going to take the chair and face the seat of the chair this time. And you're going to be maybe about a foot away from it. You just decide how close you need to be. A nice big inhale. We're going to come forward and just grab the sides of the chair, halfway along usually. We're going to shift the weight to the left leg. I won't mirror you for this. Inhale, bend the right knee into the nose. Exhale, straighten the legs. Donkey kicks. Pelvis stays square to that back edge of your chair seat. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We straighten, point the toe now. Tap the toe down on the left. You can follow it with your gaze. Tap it left, lift the leg, tap down to the right for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Refloat that leg. Bend the right knee. Aim it like you're aiming for your right armpit. Inhale, exhale, out to the side for 4, 3, 2, 1. Little frog legs. Right leg goes to meet the left. Micro bend those knees left and right. Take a few deep breaths between sides. Then calm and relaxed. Now shifting the weight to the right leg. Inhale, left bent knee to nose. Exhale, straighten the legs for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We extend that leg, point the toe, tap down right, tap down left for 8. Lift that leg. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Refloat that leg. Bend the knee. Aim for your left armpit. Inhale. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo. Left foot meets the right. Micro bend those knees left and right. Oh, yeah. And then slowly walk yourself upright. And then roll the shoulders. And then once again, feet directly under the hips, one hand on heart, one hand on belly. Eyes drop closed and noticing how you feel. Where has the energy moved in the body? Heart beating, blood flowing, chi, life force moving throughout the system. And then bringing the hands back down to the sides of the body. I'm going to use the chair again for like a little balance, security. So feet come directly under the hips. And just start thinking about where that center fulcrum is in your feet, which is usually the arch. So you're going to just shift the weight forward, come back to center, that arch center, and then go back to the heels. Forward and back, forward and back, forward and back. Maybe once you get going, you get your little rhythm going, a little momentum. You can lift the heels as you go forward, lift the toes as you rock back. Nice and easy. Maybe using the chair for support, but maybe not. See how much balance you can get going. And maybe you can add some arms as you move forward. Little qigong movement here. Wave-like motion. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And then coming back, just rocking forward and back. Arms just slip away. Come back to the fulcrum in the center of the feet. Lift the toes, spread them wide, press them down. Lift the toes, spread them wide, press it down. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. And then just shake everything out. Shake out the legs. Very nice. We can adjourn to the chair one more time. Again, the feet are hip distance apart, toes pointing forward. You're sitting tall in your chair. See if you can just lift that right leg up. Maybe flex the foot. Breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Float it down, nice and slow. Lift the opposite leg up. Foot is flexed for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Let's try straight legs. Exhale, lift it, flex that foot for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay it down. Extend other leg long, flex the foot, breathing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Foot comes down. Again, taking soft fists. You're going to put them on the inside of your thighs. Avoid the knee joint. This is an isometric press. So your fists are going to press out into your thighs. The thighs are going to press into those fists. So it's a little isometric press here. So grounding the 4 corners of each foot, you've got a soft fist on inside of each thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Press the palms away, the fists away, press the thighs in towards the fists for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Release it, release it. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Very nice, guys. Here again, blocks might be of service, but maybe not. You decide. I'll offer modifications for this. This is a great hip opener here. So you're going to cross right ankle on top of left thigh. Right ankle on top of left thigh. Avoid the knee joint. Flex that top right foot. Externally rotate the top right foot. You're going to float both arms up to the sky. I'm modifying. Inhale, back is flat. Exhale, you're reaching forward like with the crown of your head. Maybe the hands come to the earth if you have very long arms, or they can come to the blocks. And if that doesn't work, opposite elbows. Just grab your opposite elbows and just stretch forward with the crown of your head. You should feel a big hip stretch in that right hip. So while we're going to hang out here for a bit, maybe little micro movements here might feel yummy, but maybe not. Maybe a static press is plenty. Try not to dangle the head for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. And then you're going to float your torso upright, whichever version you were in, and you're going to unwind that leg. You're going to take the right forearm behind the back of the right thigh. You're sitting tall in your chair. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Maybe a strap around the ball of the foot would work as well. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Rebend and float that leg down. Just shake out the legs, shake out the legs. Let's cross left ankle over top of right thigh. Left ankle on top of right thigh. Avoid the knee joint. Flex the top left foot. Externally rotate the top left foot. Nice big inhale. Arms come up. Exhale. Stretching forward like you're reaching over those legs. And the hands will land somewhere. Maybe on blocks. Maybe opposite elbows. And you're going to hang out here. Wherever you're hanging out. Maybe it's micro movements, but maybe it's a static press. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing it to stillness, floating it up. Don't press on the knee joint, unwind the leg. Left forearm comes behind the back of the left thigh. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Rebend. Float that foot back down to earth. Now we'll do a few more things, and then we'll go to our favorite pose, Shavasana. You might want to take a weight for this, or maybe a block, or maybe just the hands together. We're going to just chop some wood. So it's inhale, legs are wide. Exhale, going over. Inhale up. Exhale over. Let's do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very nice. Let's open the arms. Give yourself a great big old hug. I'm modifying. Shh. Open the arms. Opposite arm on top this time. Big. Giving yourself a big hug. 2 more. Inhale. Really open the chest. Exhale. Really squeeze. Give yourself a hug. Last one. Open and squeeze. Very nice. And now you're going to find your way into your chair, sitting comfortably. You can sit into the back of the chair. If for any reason people have to leave early, please fill out our poll that we talked about at the beginning of class so we know how to prepare for next year. And you can also get a video if you will reach us at info@villagesofsantafe.org. So once you find yourself into your chair, your comfortable seat, just plant those feet. Draw the crown of the head up to the sky. Imagine the head like a helium balloon floating up towards the heavens. Crown of head lines up with tailbones. Eyes can drop closed. Begin to notice softness in the soles of the feet. And that softness envelops the feet, the ankles, the lower legs, and then it moves into the knees. This deep relaxation moves into the thighs, allowing the legs and the feet to become very, very heavy. The deep relaxation moves into the hips, the pelvis, the belly, moves up into the waist and the torso. The low back releases. That softness envelops the ribs, the heart, the lungs, the kidneys, the pancreas, the spleen, all the vital organs deeply relaxed. It moves up the chest and into the shoulders and rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips. All the way to the fingertips. The softness now envelops the throat and the neck. And then it envelops the head all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull. As though a white circle of healing light envelops the entire body. As though a white circle of healing light penetrates the entire body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the earth below supporting you, the stars, the moon, the galaxies far above. Noticing the space you've created inside the body and the space around the body. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And here's a quote from Pema Chodron. from her book, Comfortable with Uncertainty. When we don't act out and we don't repress, our passion, our aggression, and our ignorance become our wealth. We don't have to transform anything. Simply letting go of the storyline is what it takes, which is not all that easy. That light touch of acknowledging what we're thinking and letting it go is the key to touching in with the wealth of loving kindness. Just start where you are, not tomorrow, not later, not yesterday when you were feeling better, but now. Start now, just as you are. If you'd like to remain in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to do that. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And then scanning the body, noticing the effects of the practice, and thanking the body for all it does all day, every day. And bringing to mind one thing for which you are grateful. And on the next inhale, let's float the palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, Samastiti. May you be happy. May you be free from suffering and the causes of suffering. May you know peace. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan.